Along comes the human resources model, or theory Y. And this theory advocates a slightly different approach, not completely different than we had under human relations, but just a shift. Again, from Cheryl Hamilton's Communicating for Results. Here's the manager's perspective. Both the previous managers have an inaccurate view of employees and of employee management relationships. First of all, employees aren't lazy and they don't have to be bribed or manipulated with bonuses or TLC. Employees want to work and will motivate themselves if they're allowed to participate in decision making. Second, successful organizations use a team-oriented approach to employee management relationships. Open communication and feedback flow freely up and down the organization. The organization's climate is supportive, flexible, and trusting. Therefore, the role of the manager is that of a facilitator, allowing employees to take an active role in problem solving and in developing their potential. Employees must be allowed to make mistakes if you want them to be creative. Long-term employee motivation comes from a feeling of self-worth, personal satisfaction, and achievement. So let's look at some of the ideas behind Theory Y. First of all, teamwork. Teamwork plays a very big role in this. Basically, you want people to feel like they're in control of their own destiny, and that by working together in these groups, they can actually help to make some decisions and help to, again, control their own futures and their own jobs within the company. So Douglas McGregor talked about communication going in all direction. You didn't just have managers dictating to employees or employees telling managers how things should work, but you had that along with horizontal communication, people across all different departments within the company coming together and forming teams to get things done. Upward communication feedback was definitely encouraged, and they really wanted people to be honest and have frequent interactions with one another. So you had a satisfying communication with decisions based on input from all of different levels. Rensis Likert also talked about a similar teamwork approach, but he talked about putting them on a scale, adding performance goals along the way. So letting teams have either having a 4, a maximum performance, or 1, less than satisfactory performance. So, okay, this whole teamwork thing. Here's some of the basic tenets of having a successful team. First of all, horizontal communication. People from all different parts of the organization and all different members coming together to being able to have that open, honest communication back and forth. Employees had to be willing to work with each other and willing to work with other teams. You can't just work within your own little department's microcosm. You have to understand that your team affects the rest of the organization. People within the organization have to be change-minded at a couple of different levels. Managers need to be willing to listen to their employees and make changes based on that. Organizations themselves need to be open to change and doing things differently. Also, this is going to allow this open, change-minded decision-making is going to allow for more rapid response to things going on in the climate. There needs to be organizational support for team decisions. If you have a team that comes together and make recommendations, and none of those recommendations is put into place or even acted upon, it's going to make the people in the team feel like they really wasted their time. So if you have teams and you let them make decisions, you need to, and as management, support those decisions and help that to come to pass. Otherwise, people are going to get discouraged. Finally, you have to give your teams adequate tools and training. Make sure that they have the budgets they need, they have the technical support throughout the company, whatever it is that's going to help those teams achieve their goals within reason. And then train them. You can't just throw people into the dark and expect them to act. You need to make sure that they're trained and so that they can actually function as you intended them to function. So those are the tenets of basic teamwork.